Welcome back to Romancing SaGa 3. In the last episode, we explored the desert and we found the Archlord's Tower. We also took a ship to Vanguard and discovered Mazos and the mage feud that is going on there. In the midst of the business minigame that we had started, we also discovered a murder that had happened in Vanguard. So that's fun. We'll be exploring that later on in the series. But for now, there's something we have to do. So, as I've mentioned, we do have overlap in our party. A couple members are using the same weapons. And I'm going to do something about that. Since we have Peony now, we no longer really need Thomas. So what I'm going to do for now is remove Thomas. And I'm going to replace him with Ellen. It's going to be a very temporary measure. And I'll probably also be getting rid of Young Boy soon. But not quite yet, because I need to get Sarah's hit points at around 250 in order to do the next event I want to do. So we are going to go into another grinding montage. Let's do it. Real quick, before we begin the grinding montage, I did want to show you guys real quickly where you can find Ellen if you did not recruit her earlier in the game. She is in the city of Lance. You can find her near the north side of town. Anyways, grinding time. Ooh, we just learned Giant Swing. Very nice throw move. And it stuns too, but it stuns me as well. Oh, Seismic Strike. As you can see, that is an awesome move to spark. Lots of damage on all enemies, and I believe it does earth damage as well. And it can even change the field to an earth field. I could be wrong about that, but I am not wrong about the fact that it was really awesome to spark that. Wow, Nora's on a roll. Bone Crusher. Nice, we got the feint dodge. Flash arrow. Very nice. In the midst of all that grinding, we definitely can't forget to come back to Pedona and visit the blacksmith to see what they've got. So let's see what we have here. We have successfully crafted your nightcap. All right, we got a nightcap. The Kree knife. This thing is awesome. But we need a meteorite shard to craft it, so no Kree knife. That Kree knife provides resistance to like every status in the game. It's probably one of the best accessories in the game. And we got the golden bat, which is an awesome mace. We'll be equipping that, and when I spark the abilities, I can actually show you what it does. But it does spark an awesome ability that makes your mace user go invisible, which means they cannot be individually targeted by a spell or weapon. And this also means we have a choice here. Let's see. Let's go with the Gladius. Okay. Back to grinding. Thunder Kick. Very nice one to spark. Ooh, Riposte. We just sparked a really nice counter. Oh, we got the counter with martial arts. We're learning a lot of counter skills. I like that. Counter skills are very useful in this game. Pretty much everything that uses physical attacks in this game can be countered for high damage. And there are a lot of very dangerous physical attack users in this game. Rock Splitter. Beautiful. Oh my god, that's the first time we've done 4-digit damage in this game. And we acquired Seismic Strike. That's awesome. Wow, I countered with Way of Focus? What? That's not even a counter, but it is a nice skill. It heals herself. Stealthy Swing, there it is. The Golden Bat's unique skill. It turns her invisible right after the attack, so she can't be targeted. It's very, very useful if you want to use her as a healer right afterwards, because when she heals, she won't reveal herself. But if she does attack with physical or magical attacks, then she'll leave invisibility. Wow, lightspeed dodge. Not a counter, but I mean, it's dodge. It's nice. It's not terrible. All right, we are back in Pedona. Gonna check and see if we got anything better here. Okay, we got the Gladius. Nice. I believe that's a sword. What is an evil eye? Well, it's nothing we could craft right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, I've got it. Okay. We're crafting an evil eye. I must have picked one of those up from a random encounter or something, because I didn't think I had one, but I am okay with that. I definitely don't have a death shard. I don't even think I can get a death shard or a meteorite item until much later in the game. All right, so after all that grinding, here's the final result here. So I got Sarah, not quite at 250 health, hit points, but close enough. And we leveled up her bow skill and her magic a little bit. Nora gained a lot of new skills, and everybody is at over level 10 on their skills now, which is great. So let's go to the next event here. We are at Muse's house in Pedona. We've noticed that the music has changed. Something is going on here. What is this? I shouldn't have trusted medicine from a stranger, if only I hadn't. Muse, please wake up, please. Muse looks like she's in pain. I need to go save Lady Muse. Please, stand guard. Lady Muse is right here. Where exactly are you going? Lady Muse is imbibed the Dreameater's serum and has unfortunately fallen into a nefarious slumber. She has come face to face with the Dreameater, an entity that prevents you from ever waking up again. My lady is currently trapped in the realm of sleep, locked in battle with the Dreameater. The only way to rescue her is for me to enter her dreams myself. I just have to take this serum. All right. I think you guys know where this is going. I'll go with you. If anyone can go into the dream, I should help Muse. Are you sure? If we fail, you may never wake. It's worth the risk. There's only enough serum for 5 people. Well, 5 including me. Leaving enough for only 4 of you. I'll let you decide who else comes along. Okay. So we are going to take, of course, myself, Nora, and Ward, and Peony. Let's go. Time's a-wasting. Okay. So we are now inside of Muse's dream. Where are we? Lady Muse's dream world, but she does not appear to be here. My lady must be battling the Dreameater elsewhere. Okay. So we're gonna look around a bit. Pedona Palace. Now this place is tricky. It's a bit of a maze. I like to just go backwards as soon as I come in and enter the first door. And it's always going to be a treasure. So a Tapir's Teardrop. You actually get those from the enemies in this place, which there is only one type, and they're wandering around. They look like girls, but they are not girls. And I will show you what I mean in a bit. In fact, we'll probably hit one by accident. But for now, we're going to enter the first door after leaving. And then the chest changes to a Dream Gem, which gives a character, I believe, 18 magic, defense, and immunity to sleep, which is very important in this dungeon. We're going to skip one door and go to the next one. And yes, I did memorize this place. It's actually not as complicated as it looks. And the best treasure in here, the silver glove. I'm going to go over all these treasures in just a bit. But let's continue on. Now, the next thing we want to do is go into the last door on the right side here. Try to avoid the enemies. I will show you what these enemies are like in just a bit. Boom. So you want to check the one on the upper right. She'll disappear. You leave. And then you go back in and do the same thing. Like that. If you check the wrong one, you'll get, I think, a small dialogue and an enemy fight. So it's not the end of the world. And then you're down here. And then what you want to do is go into the first door you see and do the same thing. The one on the upper right. Boom. And we're out of there. And then we go straight to the left. Up here. And there she is. We found Muse. I can't do this alone. Father. Charles. Lady Muse. How did you all manage to find me here? The Dreameater has wrested control of my dreams. I tried crying out for help, but I couldn't. The Dreameater's serum allowed us to come to you here. Really? You've risked your lives for me? Thank you. It does my heart well not to be alone here anymore. Let us face the Dreameater and bring an end to this nightmare. All right. So here's our group now. We've got Muse and Charles. But before we go look at Muse's status, we've already seen what Charles has. Nothing's changed since we had him in the other quest for Gone. I think his levels may be a little bit higher, his skill levels, but I think all of his stats are pretty much the same. Maybe a little more hit points. So let's look at that equipment we just picked up. Easiest way is just to go into my menu here and go to it. So this Dream Gem is one of the best accessories in the game. And once you leave the dream, you normally lose it. But there's a trick, and that trick is to equip this Dream Gem on a character. I'm going to make it Charles. Let's see if I can put it on him. Yes, I can. So it makes you immune to sleep, which all the enemies in here, including the boss, use sleep. So this is a really awesome accessory in here. But that 18 in magic defense and the 0 in weight in addition to that is really, really good. It's probably the best use for an item slot if you just need to add a lot of magic defense to your character right away. Really good item. The other item in here that you'll actually get to keep after you leave the dungeon is the Silver Glove. It has really good defensive stats, as you'll notice, 7 defense, 7 magic defense, and it weighs 1. Now, remember how Charles' stats here for strength and dexterity are 5 and 3 respectively? They're really low. The guy's obviously been crippled. But if you equip this Silver Glove on him, he'll get a nice defense boost here. And look at what happens to his strength and dexterity. It goes skyrocket. And he suddenly has some of the best stats in the game for a character. And he is a very solid lance user, a very solid magician as well. And you can easily use him, to the end of the game and have a great time for how strong he is with his stuff. But you can also use this Silver Glove on a character that uses a one-handed weapon. Like, I could put it on Nora and take the shield off of her. I'm not going to do that, but I'm just kind of showing you guys. If you put the Silver Glove on a character that uses a one-handed weapon and you don't put a shield on them, they'll actually get an additional regular attack in addition to whatever command you have them use in the battle. It is probably the closest thing I can compare it to is like the Genji glove in Final Fantasy. It's a really, really good item. And usually what I do is I ditch Charles and I just put it on a character with one-handed equipment. But for this dream, I'm going to do the same because he's actually going to be LP. I'm actually going to get him LP killed so that we can remove him from the dream with the Dream Gem on. And then when we get back into the real world, we're going to equip him and we'll keep the Dream Gem. It's a little bit of a cheat, but it stayed in the game, even in the remaster. So we're going to call it a feature and not a glitch. And yeah, I'm taking this sucker out of the dream because it's just too good to pass up. So we're going to do that. I'm going to leave him with weaker equipment here. I'm not going to do anything special with him. And after I get him LP killed, we're actually going to use Muse for the rest of the dream. You'll see that she's a sheltered girl. She has a 0 in everything, only 6 life points, and her stats are actually quite decent. Her stamina and her life points are her worst stat, and actually that stamina is pretty bad because she's going to take a lot of damage when she gets hit, regardless of her defense. But her strength is quite decent. Dex is actually very good. Her speed, not bad. Her magic is also very, very good. It's as good as Charl, and she actually makes a very good magician in this game. A lot of people like to give her moon magic and make her a moon mage, kind of dedicate her to the moon magic and then just give her some kind of elemental spell. And she's very charming. 25 in charm. I think she has the highest charm in the game. So if you want to use her to make enemies do whatever you want them to, Muse is your girl. And I'm going to use her in the dream. She won't be a permanent member of my cast, but by having her in my party, the boss is also going to be a little bit easier to fight. So right now, let's see what I've got here. I didn't give him I didn't give him the silver glove because I'm going to actually give it to Nora here. And let me see, what do I want to take off? I think I'm going to take off these shell bracers. So it's a nice piece. It's nice armor too. So there we go. And now whenever I attack with her, you're going to notice she's going to get an extra attack. It can be a skill too. If I use a skill, she'll get an extra attack in addition to the skill. So there we go. Muse, I'm going to use her in the future, but for now, I'm not really going to use her. I'm probably going, actually, yeah, I am going to give Sarah. Let's give it to Sarah. I got this item called a nightcap, which makes me immune to sleep. And just for the dream, I'm going to put this on her. Actually, I might put it on over the tunic. Yeah, let's put it on over the tunic. And there we go. So we've got decent defense here, resistance to blunt and sleep. We're good to go. Now, before we go into grind mode, and I'll cut away before then, I want to show you what one of these enemies is like. Oh, I forgot to go into the formation, but that's okay. That's another thing. Whenever you change characters or your party changes, you've got to remember to change your formation as well. In any case, I'm just going to use a normal attack here. Maybe try to split, do a... try to spark something neat. Do the same thing with Ward here. And I'm actually going to have her use aim. And I'll have Charl use aim too. These guys are quite strong. You need to have high enough hit points to even enter this dream. But it's also not a bad place to grind, because you get these items called Tepper's Teardrops from these guys. And when you use them, they're a complete recovery. All life points, all MP, all skill points. And you can actually use them to grind your characters if you really needed to. If you needed to master skills or just wanted to spark a bunch of stuff, you could do that. So usually I do spend some time grinding in here, but not so much to grind, more to grind life points off of whoever I give the dream gem to. In this case, it's going to be Charl. So I'm going to be trying to get Charl killed, and then when I get Charl killed, I'm going to switch to Muse, grind her up a little bit, and then we're going to fight the boss. So that's what we're going to do. But yep, we killed an enemy, and I don't know if it's a guaranteed drop or not. Yep, it is. So Tepper's Teardrop. Let me show you what Tepper's Teardrop does real quick, even though I did say. So it's the best healing item in the game, but unfortunately, these things will... Oh, it's used on everyone. So there we go. It's basically an in you can use. It makes you pretty much invincible in the dream, as long as you don't wipe. So yeah, we're gonna cut away right now, and we're gonna go into grinding mode. Oh, we just got Hypnosis Evade. If I can master Hypnosis Evade in here, it will make this place, the boss of this place, so much easier to fight. Whoa! Oh! She just learned a mace counter. Don't need to tell you how awesome counter skills are in this game. And Charl is LP killed. He will not be coming back, but he'll be waiting for us in Pedona. And we can take that dream gem right off of him. All right, we are ready to go. I decided to put my party in the Tiger's Ferocity formation. While the formation is up, everybody will take half damage. But if anybody in this formation dies, the formation crumbles and everybody is slow and takes normal damage. So it's just a really defensive formation. And I gave Muse some martial arts skills and some armor. She doesn't have any SP, but maybe she'll spark something cool. That's my attitude with that. And everyone else is... Okay, let's use before we fight this guy, let's use a Tapir's Teardrop. Boom. And that should give everybody a maxed out, magic point and skill points. And we are ready to fight, so let's go. Muse, it's good to finally see you again. Come with me. Father. I had to give her the slap. Welcome to my dream world of wonders. Okay. I'm gonna use my strongest stuff on this guy because he's pretty dang strong and he's probably gonna wipe me. Let's go with, I don't think this guy can be blinded. Hit break might be nice though. I'm just gonna have her punch. Punch, kick, and tumble. Well, she can't even tumble. But if I can get her to spark, like, even one or two things, that would be very useful for me. We'll see, though. And if not, that's fine. Her presence in this battle is, I have her in this fight for a reason, and you'll see it later on in the fight, assuming I can get that far. Which I might, because I'm hitting this guy with some pretty strong stuff right now. Let's try a quick match. We'll go with a kick. No, we'll stick with punch. Now, I gave Muse really good armor, and she does have 209 hit points, so she should be pretty tanky. And I do have heal magic on Sarah, so I can keep Muse alive. No problem. Until this guy starts unloading really strong stuff on me. Since I am in the Tiger's Cave formation, I'm also not taking as much damage as I normally would. Normally, if I was not in this formation, I'd be taking twice as much damage. I remember mentioning in one of my episodes that this is a great formation for when you're fighting bosses. And this is why. You take a lot less damage in this formation. The bad thing is that the boss will move before you do, so... It happens. What can you do? Let's go with Shadow Weave. I'm going with Shadow Weave not because I expect it to work, but more because it can spark something really nice. And if I'm gonna, oh, there we go. Look at that, we spark counter. Unfortunately, Ellen had already sparked that. She just had not mastered it, so. I mean, it's a nice ability, don't get me wrong. Muse. Where is Muse? So if you do not have Muse in your party, he starts going berserk. But if you have Muse in your party, he actually doesn't do much. So this is the way to go to beat this guy. And get a little bit of, I guess, backstory dialogue with it. I did master Hypnosis Evasion, and I forgot to put it on all my guys. But you know what? We're probably not going to need it. It's still a very useful dodge to have mastered, though, because there are enemies in this game. And did we do it? Muse, my beloved daughter. My father is no longer here. Wow, rejected. One Punch Woman. Muse smash. Hit points increased. Good stuff. All right. Look, Muse is back with us. So is Charles too, even though I LP killed him. Muse, Mitch, you've been so brave. I'm sorry for making you worry so. I can't thank you all enough. A man wearing strange robes provided me with that serum. He was quite a nice man, but nice is different than good. Come to think of it, he was wearing this peculiar red earring. Wait, a red earring? Are you sure? Only one person in the Order wears such an accessory. You mean Maximus? This doesn't add up. Why would he do something like this? The items you collected in the Dream Realm begin to disappear. Tapir's teardrop. Silver glove. Silver glove does not fade away. So we actually kept the silver glove. And, well, my party's full right now. But let's talk to everyone first. I will never be able to thank you enough for what you've done. One good turn deserves another, and hence I would like to offer you my services. Musei is back to her old self. Musei is so full of energy. So, Musei's here. All right, I am going to remove somebody from my party, and then we're going to come back, and I will show you what I meant by we get to keep the Dream Gem. All right, I am back, and I have removed Young Boy from my party. You'll notice we can also recruit Musei. Sarah, thank you for everything. I've been feeling a lot better since the incident. Conquering the Dreameater gave me the strength to persevere. Is there ever anything I can do for you? If there's ever anything I can do for you, do not hesitate to ask. So I could add her to the party. Actually, I think I may, just to get her equipment off of her, but we don't need to do it right now. I will never be able to thank you enough for what you've done. One good turn deserves another, and hence I would like to offer you my services. He is in the party. And we got the Dream Gem, which would normally have disappeared with those Tepper drops. So there we go. I'm going to leave him with the long spear, but I am going to remove him from the party and put Musei back in and remove her stuff. And then I'm probably going to remove Musei too. So we'll see. But anyways, that's it.